Welcome back, friends. It is Tuesday. Hopefully, you have a short week this week. I do. Got today and tomorrow, and that's it. I'm done until next week. Hopefully, you do too. Christmas just around the corner. If you're like me, probably barely got any shopping done. Yeah, I'll do it Tuesday or Thursday and Friday. When I'm off, I'll do it then. All right, so we're going to go over football, basketball that happened since last Friday. Bowl games, FCS, all that, and then basketball. Before we start, hit that subscribe button down there so you don't miss anything. Got a few news items here. We'll go over this. A lot of transfers and commitments and stuff like that on the football side. Kyle McCord leaving Ohio State. He's going to Syracuse now. I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's NIL. Because personally, I would have stayed at Ohio State, but that's just me. I don't know. I wouldn't go from Ohio State to Syracuse. Sorry, Syracuse fans. I just wouldn't do it. Penn State, they are expected to hire ex-Indiana coach Tom Allen as their next defensive coordinator to replace Manny Diaz, who, where did he go, Duke? I think he's the new head coach of Duke. So, yeah. Indiana coach Tom Allen, he wasn't without a job for long. Looks like he's going to be the defensive coordinator at Penn State. Florida State running back Trey Benson, he will skip the Orange Bowl, enter the draft. He's going to get ready for that. Grambling is set to hire ex-Nebraska interim coach Mickey Joseph as their new coach. Remember Scott Frost got fired? Mickey Joseph was named interim coach. And then later in the season, he got arrested for beating up a girl or something like that. I don't know. But Grambling's going to hire him. They want him as their new head coach. So good luck to him. LSU's Jaden Daniels. He's going to skip the ReliaQuest Bowl, prepare for the NFL draft. Quarterback for Georgia, Carson Beck. He says he's coming back. Cool deal. UCLA quarterback Dante Moore. He commits to Oregon. He's moving up north out there. TCU quarterback Chandler Morris. He enters the transfer portal. No word on yet if he's found a home yet. Guess we'll find out here probably the next week or so. Somebody will pick him up. People looking for quarterbacks left and right out there. All right, so let's go over some of these bowl games that happened. The Myrtle Beach Bowl, that took place last Saturday, I believe it was. Ohio beat Georgia Southern, 41-21. Ohio, they ended the season 10-3. Great season for them. Bobcats Navarro, 120 passing yards, touchdown. Hunt, 115 rushing yards, 4 touchdowns. Man, hell of a game for him. And kicker Spedick, 11 points on the day. Good for him. Georgia Southern's Bryn, 350 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. He did throw 3 picks in that game. Burgess Jr., 117 receiving yards and a touchdown. The New Orleans Bowl, which kind of started off kind of slow. I was just like sitting here like this for the first half. Jacksonville State ended up beating Louisiana 34-31 in overtime. Jacksonville State's Webb, 156 passing yards, touchdown, 2 interceptions. Wiggins, 126 rushing yards and a touchdown in that one. Louisiana, Skipper and Clark, they each had pick sixes in that game. Pretty cool for them. I believe it's called the Avocados from New Mexico or from Mexico Bowl. Oh, I'm sorry. Avocados from Mexico Cure Bowl. Okay, glad we got that straight. Appalachian State beat Miami of Ohio 13-9. Miami of Ohio had a hell of a year there in the MAC. This game had 6 combined turnovers for both teams. Crazy. New Mexico Bowl, Fresno State beat New Mexico State 37-10. Remember, New Mexico State had a hell of a year going. Went to the conference championship game, and Fresno State came in there and whooped them. Keene for Fresno State, 380 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Their kicker Lynch had 13 points on the day. New Mexico State, Pavia, only 58 passing yards. But he did have 72 rushing yards and scored their touchdown. Little side note to this game. New Mexico State head coach Jerry Kill was saying that University of New Mexico, where the game is played, wouldn't let them use the practice field. He let Fresno State use it. They were going to have to go down to a high school and use their practice field. The bowl committee got involved, and I think New Mexico State was able to practice at New Mexico's facilities. Kind of a big mess down there. And then they ended up losing the game, too, the way they did by 27 points. So not a good weekend for New Mexico State. The LA Bowl, UCLA beat Boise State 35-22. UCLA's Garbers, 152 passing yards, 2 touchdowns. Harden, 105 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns for him. Boise State's Helani, 138 rushing yards, 2 touchdowns. Alexander, how do you say that? Alexander Tubner, 10 solo tackles for Boise State. Nice game for him. Independence Bowl. Texas Tech beat Cal 34-14. Cal had a great turnaround. They lost the bowl game, but man, great turnaround they've had. Morton for Texas Tech, 256 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. Aiken, 106 receiving yards and a touchdown. Texas Tech defense had 13 tackles for loss in that game. Mendoza for Cal, 261 passing yards, touchdown, 3 picks, so not going to win. We got 3 turnovers. Ott, he had a rushing touchdown for the Bruins. FCS semifinals, Friday, South Dakota State, all over Albany, 59-0. Gronowski for South Dakota State, 265 passing yards, 3 touchdowns. 2 of them were to Zach Hines. Davis had 107 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns on that one. South Dakota State, it looks like they could be on their way to another championship. They got to get through Montana, though. Montana beat North Dakota State 31-29 in 2 overtimes. Montana's McDowell, 160 passing yards and a touchdown. Gilman had 2 rushing touchdowns. North Dakota State's Miller, 157 passing yards and a touchdown. Peyton and Marshall, they had rushing touchdowns for North Dakota State. And the kicker, Crossa, 11 points for the Bison. So, FCS championship game will be 13-1 Montana versus 14-0 South Dakota State. January 7th, 1 p.m. on ABC. Getting over the basketball, Friday had a pretty good matchup. Number 5, UConn, taking on number 10, Gonzaga. UConn won 76-63. Klingon, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists for UConn. He was 5 for 7 from the free throw line. Watson for Gonzaga, 20 points, 4 assists. Gonzaga, only 39% from the field, 18% from three-point line. Saturday, number 3, Purdue. Man, they beat number 1 Arizona 92-84. That's a pretty good game. Lawyer for Purdue, 27 points. Smith, 26 points, 4 rebounds. Zach Edey, 22 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. Love for Arizona, 29 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Johnson, 24 points, 8 rebounds. He was 6 for 7 from the free throw line. These teams, boy, they were close. Field goal and 3-point shooting percentage, pretty close. Arizona's actually better from the free throw line than Purdue was, but still lost. Another good one to watch. Number 2, Kansas beat Indiana 75-71. Kansas was actually down by 13 at one point in this game. They came back and won this one in the last few minutes. Kansas's McKillner, 21 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 13 for 16 from the free throw line. Dickinson, 17 points, 14 rebounds. Excuse me. Indiana's Galloway, 28 points. Ware had 11 points, 15 rebounds. Both these teams were close in field goal, free throw, and 3-point percentage. Kansas, man, they just outplayed Indiana the last few minutes of this game to win that one. Number 4, Houston beat Texas A&M 70-66. Sharp for Houston, 21 points, 6 rebounds. Cryer had 17 points. Leading scorer for the Aggies, Taylor, 34 points. Each team had 11 turnovers in this game. I can't believe this one, but hey, it happened. Michigan State beat number 6 Baylor, 88-64. Walker for Michigan State, 25 points, followed by Hoggard, 14 points. Michigan State shot 63% from the field, 67% from three-point land. Baylor's Missy and Dennis, They're the top scorers, 11 points each. Yeah, that ain't going to work. And then they only shot 48% from the field, 32% from three-point land. Michigan State, 29 points off of turnovers in this game. Number 8, Creighton beat Alabama, 85-82. Creighton's Alexander, 22 points. Sherman, 20 points. Kalkbrenner, 19 points. Alabama Sears, he led the way, 19 points, 4 rebounds. Pringle came off the bench, 15.7 rebounds for the Tide. Number 14, Kentucky beat number 9, North Carolina, 87-83. Kentucky's Dillingham came off the bench, scored 17 points. He was the leading scorer. Wagner, he had 14 points. Davis for North Carolina, 27.7 rebounds, 8 for 9 from free throw line. Ryan, 20 points, 4 rebounds. His teams pretty close in all the numbers. Field goal, field percentage, field goal, free throw, three-point land, turnovers, all that. Pretty damn close in all those numbers. Number 11, Oklahoma beat Green Bay, 81-47. Soares for Oklahoma came off the bench, 13 points. Behind him, Owa, 12 points. Douglas, leading scorer for Green Bay, 13 points. Number 12, Tennessee beat North Carolina State, 79-70. James for Tennessee, 23.7 rebounds, 5 for 7 from three-point land, 6 for 6 free throws, not bad. Ziegler, 20 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists for the Vols. NC State Horn, 16 points, 4 rebounds. Bruins Jr., 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. Memphis beat number 13 Clemson, 79-77. Clemson actually led by 7 at halftime. Jones for Memphis, 22.6 rebounds. Quinterly, 17 points. Memphis scored 17 points off of turnovers in this one. Clemson's Hall, he had 21 points. Wiggins, 19 points, 9 rebounds. They had 15 total turnovers in this game. Number 15, Florida Atlantic beat St. Bonaventure, 64-54. Owls Davis, 16 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Golden, 11 points, 7 rebounds. Damn, just can't get this out of my throat. Ridiculous. Flowers for St. Bonaventure. He came in 12 points off the bench. Number 18, BYU beat Georgia State, 86-54. Saunders, 20 points, 6 rebounds for BYU. Nell, 15 points, 3 rebounds. Waterman, 13 points, 6 rebounds. Odom for Georgia State, 12 points, 10 rebounds, 8 for 8 from free throw line. Not bad. Number 19, Texas beat LSU, 96-85. Albemarle for Texas, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Hunter, 19 points, 3 rebounds, 4 assists. Texas shot 54% from the field. LSU, right. Heck of a game for him. 33 points, 4 rebounds. They only shot 46% from the field, though. Each team, 13 turnovers in that one. Number 20, James Madison beat Hampton, 88-71. James Madison's leading scorer was Brown. Came off the bench, 17 points. Number 22, Virginia beat Northeastern, 56-54. Northeastern was actually better from the free throw line and three-point line land and lost the game. Number 22, Virginia beat, or we already said that. Number 24, Miami beat LaSalle, 84-77. Miami's Poplar, 25 points, 5 rebounds, 5 for 6 from the free throw line. Omir, 23 points, 8 rebounds. LaSalle's Brantley, 23 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. LaSalle was actually better at shooting 3 points. Number 25, Northwestern beat DePaul, 56-46. 4 Northwestern players had double-digit points in that game. Sunday, number 16, Illinois beat Colgate, 74-57. Hawkins for Illinois, 16 points, 7 rebounds. Guerrero and Domask, 15 points each for the Illini. 91% from the free throw line. Pretty good for Illinois there. Colgate's Woodward, he had 14 points, 4 rebounds. Number 17, Colorado State beat Colorado State of Pueblo. I forget how to say it. Pueblo. 86-54. Colorado State Stevens, 18 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. Cartier, Jackson, Clifford. all had 13 points for the Rams. Colorado State Pueblo, Mulder led the way, 16 points. Syracuse moved to 8-3. They beat Oregon by 20. Auburn 8-2, beat USC 91-75. Longwood, they're 12-1 now. They beat VMI 68-49. Oregon State 7-3. They beat UTSA by 1 point. Nebraska, they're 9-2. They beat Kansas State, who's 8-3, 62-46. Boise State's 8-3. They beat Cal State Fullerton 88-65. Mississippi State's 9-2. They beat North Texas 72-54. Little McNeese in Lake Charles, Louisiana. They're 10-2. They beat Louisiana right down I-10 by 2 points. Iowa State 9-2. They beat Florida A&M 96-58. Yesterday we had the famous Toastery Bowl. Western Kentucky beat Old Dominion 38-35. Velt Camp for Western Kentucky, 383 passing yards, 5 touchdowns. 3 of them he threw to Delvin Smith. Old Dominion's Grant Wilson, 123 passing yards, touchdown, ran for 126 yards and 2 touchdowns, and that one. So today, excuse me, I have it right here. Tonight, the Frisco Bowl. UTSA, who's 8-4, versus Marshall, 6-6. Might be one to check out. And you got quite a few basketball games. Florida, Michigan tonight. Really, that's the only one. Well, Winthrop and South Carolina. South Carolina's 9-1. Winthrop's 8-4. They might give South Carolina a pretty good game there. Yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be back later in the week to go over what's been going on today, tomorrow. Probably do it Friday. And then I'm not sure about next week with Christmas and everything. Maybe do one Tuesday, day after, or Wednesday. We'll see. Anyway, hey, man, hope y'all get off early this week. Hope you got some good days off coming up. Hey, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. Enjoy time with your friends and family. If you're traveling, be safe. A lot of morons out there on the road. We see it every day on the way to work, and it just gets worse around the holidays. So anyway, y'all have a great holiday, and we will see. Wait, what am I telling y'all that for? Because I'm doing a show on Friday. If y'all don't see y'all have a great holiday. Otherwise, I'll see you Friday. Later.